The old man of the primitive tribe was rowing a boat and flying a kite on the sea. After a while, the kite fell into the sea, and the old man took the line back and caught a fish. Today, we will talk about how the fishermen of the primitive tribes used kites to fish, and the bait they used for fishing, which is absolutely out of your knowledge. This is the Solomon Islands. The old man is the chief of the Ikawa tribe. He is teaching his grandson Jack how to use kite fishing. Jack also listens with great interest, and the chief also promises to make a kite for Jack tomorrow. On the second day morning, the grandfather and grandson went out to find materials for making fishing kites. They went into the dense jungle to search, and soon the chief found the tree vine for making the kite string, and the chief told Jack that he had to recognize it, because this kind of vine is thin and tough enough. After collecting enough vines, the chief rolled up the vines and handed them over to Jack, and continued to search for other materials. After searching for a while, the chief found a huge spider web. This is the material he was looking for. He immediately hit the spider web with a wooden stick and rolled it around the stick. Spider webs are an important tool for their fishing, so the chief does not take all the webs and leaves some for the spiders to live on. Half a spider web is not enough. In order to let Jack know how to collect spider webs, the chief finds another web for Jack to operate by himself, and soon Jack collects the spider webs. They continue to look for other materials. Do you know what this spider net is used for? Guess in the comment area. They came under a large palm tree looking for suitable leaves to make kites. Grandpa chopped off the leaves and picked a few pieces to make a kite. When he got home, Grandpa took the cobwebs he just collected. Take it off the stick. You must be careful when taking the spider web and tie it with a rope. It is difficult to tie a spider web like a small animal without skills. Now I will reveal the answer to you. This spider web is actually used as a bait for fishing. Does it look a bit like a small animal after it is tied in this way? It takes the most time to make a kite. You have to stitch the leaves together. Through Grandpa's sewing, the leaves quickly become a kite. It must be said that Grandpa's skills are really good. All the materials for making kites all come from nature. On the second day, the weather was very good today, and it was also suitable for fishing. The grandfather and grandson went fishing in a canoe. This was also the first time Jack used a kite to fish. Grandpa showed Jack how to make the kite reach his flying height. The stronger the wind, the higher it flies. At the same time, the line must be controlled, while the bait carried by the kite swept across the sea, attracting fish to come and bite. The bait must look like floating on the surface of the sea. The fish think that an injured animal has fallen into the sea. When the height of the kite is suitable, they will row the boat to control the direction of the kite. As long as the kite is pulled, Grandpa knows that there is a hook. He immediately pulled up the line and pulled the fish up from the sea, so that he got a fish. Then the chef asked Jack to have a try. Grandpa's method is very simple, but Jack can't do it himself. Grandpa told Jack that he must tighten the wire. Jack tried again. This time, he almost succeeded. Grandpa could only let Jack see it again, and it looked quite easy. They dragged the kite again, and soon, they caught another fish. This time, Grandpa asked Jack to collect the fish, although he just saw the operation of Grandpa's fish collection. But Jack still hasn't learned the skills. No matter how much he shakes, he can't pull out the hook. Grandpa patiently instructed. Jack lived up to expectations and pulled out the hook. He asked Jack to try again, how to fly the kite into the sky. Jack is a smart boy. This time he flew the kite into the sky. After Jack controlled the height of the kite, Grandpa started to row the boat and drag the kite. Jack has learned how to fish with the kite today, but today it is under Grandpa's guiding. On the second day, in order to test whether he really mastered this fishing method, Grandpa let Jack go out to sea to fish with kites by himself. Grandpa watched whether Jack was successful at the beach. Jack rowed the boat to find a suitable fishing spot, and came to the right place to start flying kites. The first time was unsuccessful. After the second attempt, Jack finally succeeded in making the kite fly. He tried hard to control the kite to a certain height, and then started rowing while biting on the rope. It's a pity that this time Jack didn't control the boat well, and he didn't catch any fish, so the kite fell into the sea. Jack had to try again. This time, the kite was able to fly into the sky in one fell swoop. Jack's efforts were not in vain, and the kite quickly responded. Now, a fish was hooked. This is the first time Jack has caught a fish with a kite. After he succeeded, his grandfather felt so gratified. Every June, there are many kites flying in the sky on the sea. This is also the most primitive way of fishing for their tribe. Every man must learn such skills. Even if there are high-tech fishing methods, they still choose to use the ancient method. This traditional technology will continue to be handed down. And at the same time, this method can make the fish resources here more abundant. Well, that's today's video. Subscribe me and show you a different world.